Nigeria, the Lekki toll gate in Lagos, the faceless men and women were gathered demanding for good Nigeria, demanding for a good nation, demanding the enthronement of good governance, demanding injustice in the system, demanding impunity, demanding the end to institutional corruption, demanding an end to all the social ills that is bedeviling our nation, Nigeria. But the government of the day, led by Muhammadu Buhari, deemed it fit to send the arsenal of state, to kill harmless, defenseless men and women. We are saying no to this sort of injustice. We are saying no to this sort of brutality. We are saying no to this sort of brute force in our system. So right about now, I would like us to observe a minute of silence. The lack of empathy on the part of government is one of the things we are standing here to denounce. The government has not shown any empathy. The government has not shown any sort of regret or remorse to the lives of the men and women that were demonstrating very peacefully, chanting the national anthem, and all of a sudden, a brute force was brought against them, killing very many of them. Please, right now, we will observe a minute of silence. May I call one of us, Bishop Washington of Fort, please to stand with me. We want to honor the men and women. I call them the heroes of our generation. They defied force, they defied the military. I was watching with rude shock when the military were advancing on them, closing in on them. Instead of running helter-skelter, they maintained their stance. They stood resolute. They said, even in the face of oppression, even in the face of the gun, we are still pressing home our demand. End SARS. They started saying, end SARS, end SARS, end SARS, end SARS, end SARS. All of a sudden, the sound of guns greeted the air. Even in the midst of their sound, they still continue. End SARS, end SARS. For me, they are heroes. For me, they changed the game. Please, let's observe a minute of silence in their honor. Many of us, including our youth from Bremen University, will be giving speeches today. Our speeches will be restricted to our demand, which is end to tyranny, end to insecurity, end to injustice, police brutality, and and all, like I said, all the social ills in our nation, Nigeria. But first on the list to do that speech is our own very activist, a social crusader, human rights defender, Mr. Sonny Omerike. Please, in between, we'll be playing music. Let's make this protest. I am sure that very many of us are streaming live. This protest is on Facebook. We are using all the social media platforms to press home our message. It is going to go viral. Let it be known, let it be heard that Bremen has lent a voice, in honor or to demand better Nigeria.
Please, I want to remind everybody, please, my brother standing here, please, everybody maintain the social distancing. Please, everybody. Today, we are here to support the demand of the youths in Nigeria that are fed up with the level of corruption, with the level of injustice, with the level of police brutality in Nigeria. We stand here today in their support because it is the right thing to do. And we are not going to run away from this responsibility because they need our support from wherever that support is going to come from. It has taken too long. It has taken too long. Nigerians have tolerated that injustice too long. And now the youths are saying enough is enough. We're going to have to change this one way or the other because nobody else is going to do it for us. That is why these youths, they stood up. They organized in a new way, in a way where you cannot easily round up the leaders and imprison them or bribe them or kill them. That is why it is not easy to suppress the protest that is going on there. And we are here to show our support to them because their voices need to be heard right here in Europe, in the so-called Western countries. Because for whatever reason, they always choose to ignore the call and the fight for justice in our countries. We know that they have their ulterior motives. We know that they have their puppet leaders, like General Buhari, that is in Nigeria. But we are here to tell them that we see through their lies and their deceit and their support of dictatorship in Africa, in Nigeria, in Guinea, and all over. And we are here to say enough is enough. 2005, Uri Jallow was arrested and he was mysteriously found alive in the police station. That is the level of police brutality also here in Germany. And we are here to condemn it as well. It is not only about George Floyd in America. Right here under our noses, in this very panel, in this very station, every day, my black brothers and sisters, they are being brutalized by the police right here. We are not going to say it's only about Nigeria. We are in a civilized country, we are in a civilized society. I don't want everybody to realize it. That German police, Nigerian police, they may not be from the same country, but they are made from the same cloth. This brutality, this violence, that is the hallmark of police, has to stop. It has to stop because we cannot tolerate it, we cannot accept it any longer.
And I believe that is why we are all here today. When I was speaking to one of the students, or when one of them came to our meeting, he was very angry. As a youth, he understands the deprivation that the youth of Nigeria are facing at this very time. It didn't just start today. For far too long have Nigerians tolerated injustice, have Nigerians tolerated pain, have Nigerians tolerated oppression, have Nigerians tolerated impunity, have Nigerians tolerated police brutality in the system. Today we are lending our voices to say no.
Yes.
Answers! 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 Answers!
End SARS. End SARS. End police brutality.
End police brutality.
End bad governance.
End bad governance.
Nigerian lives matter.
Yes.
Nigerian lives matter. For 60 years, our leaders have outsmarted us. Indeed, they have. Because they have used our diversity to disunite us. They have used our differences to split us apart. For 60 years, they have even outsmarted us. Monkey they walk, baboon they talk. But after seeing what has been happening in Nigeria for the past 2 weeks, we are saying enough is enough. Enough is enough. Like the great singer Asha sang, there is fire on the mountain. And there was nobody on the run. Indeed, there was nobody on the run. Why? Our leaders started up that fire. And because we were asleep, because we were silent, because we adopted the sit-down look method, they kept on carrying out their brutality, killing us, stifling the growth of our young people, stifling the development of the country. But now, that fire is still burning, and everybody is running helter-skelter. But guess what? We are here to put out that fire. We are going to put out that fire, both in diaspora and back at home.
Enough is enough.
Hear me now. You know, during the amalgamation, when Lord Lugard decided to put the North and the South, now I know a lot of people here feel that, yeah, Nigeria should be ended. We should all go our different ways. But let me tell you something. Our strength is in our diversity. Even when those guys decided to put us together thinking that, oh, these guys are barbarians, they're going to kill each other. But we have proven them wrong, because even after 60 years, we are still together. And the hope that we have for a better Nigeria is not born out of blind loyalty or blind patriotism. It's born out of what we have been saying back home for the past 2 weeks, where Nigerians from all walks of life, from every tribe, from every religion, have been standing, locked in arms, demanding for an end to SARS, demanding for an end to bad governance. And look at us here. Different tribes, different religions. And we are demanding for the same thing. That is the hope that I have for a better Nigeria. And we are going to prove them wrong. Because Nigeria will keep standing. Nigeria will keep growing. And nothing is going to tear us apart. And our leaders should hear us now and today. We have had a taste of the cookie. We have had a taste of freedom. We have seen that indeed when we protest, we have seen that indeed when we are united, and we make a stand, and we demand that things should work differently, and we demand that SARS should be ended, they listened. So now we are going to demand for more. We are going to demand for what? Better governance. We are going to demand for what? Accountability. And we are going to get it. Why? Because we outnumber them. They are just a few, 1%. But we are 99%. Nigeria will change. Nigeria will change. And that change has come. Nigerian lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. Let's take a knee. Let's take a knee and shout, Nigerian lives matter. Nigerian lives matter. End SARS. End police brutality. End bad governance. Thank you very much.
I'm on to it. Me, I don't get anybody to help me, so I must win. All my life, every day, my dream is just to win. Me, I don't get anybody to help me, so I must win. I'm here to do my back and the borrow. Nobody really knows tomorrow. I can't do this without Kongwasa. These days, everything like a deal. I know some of this when we start my head and no more. Brothers, sisters, my head, back in the days, they move back on. You can't turn around, see. So my life is so special. I want to win. I don't get anybody to help me, so I must win. Right. All my life, every day, my dream is just to win. Me, I don't have anyone to support me, so I must win. I'm here to give my back and the borrow. Nobody really knows to sorrow. Let them wait. When I start planting, get them there. Eat on them, on the red. Me, I the hustle back, eat on them. When I be so planting, yeah, them day. He don't take only boy, don't they? Me and the hustle back, he don't take. And the time I come here, keep them fire. All of my guys, me, I link them higher. And I'm still that fire. Yeah, me, no, they tire. And the time I come here, keep them fire. All of my guys, me, I link them higher. And I'm still on my way. Food you not do, brother, what I not do. And our country not good, every day got people there for one night. One man wait it, my girl, mother, for show his face for crime fighter. Rich man wait it, money, your mom, we now they see their faces for crime fighter. Tell me something I don't know why. Rich man go they all up here. One man go they shine. Rich man go they all up here. One man go they shine. They gonna lead us well. Don't let this nation to fall inside well. Mr. President, lead us well. If you be governor, govern us well. If you be senator well. Police well, we're not getting right. Lead us well. Govern us well. If you be senator well. Police well, we're not getting right. I do not do, brother, transportation not do. And our road do not go. Everybody never be cool, everybody just say Allah. When I'm there, we want survive. Many is ready for work, but that's what not there now. We want survive. We be giant of Africa, but we have been said I don't know what yeah. Policeman go see crime, see the life we say I said that thing. I tell me something I do. They gonna lead us well. Don't let this nation to fall in fact well. Mr. President, lead us well. Govern us well. If you listen to senator well. Police well, we're not getting right. Lead us well. Govern us well. If you listen to senator well. Police well, we're not getting right. The way we can kiss the name of the party. People destroy people and the name of the party. Election for my country, never leave me. I've been doing on it. People wait for them to see the living. I am so much. We are going to go from it. So let's go deep on it. Looking for me. You see the bunch of people tell me, say you don't know when them play. Why do they make us they live in? They're gonna lead us well. No let this nation to fall in fact well. Mr. President, lead us well. Governor, govern us well. You can see the anytime well. Police well, well, not the take right. Lead us well. Govern us well. Anytime well. Police well, well, not the take right. I wanna be the fire. And let's hold my wings. I'm the first of all. Show his face for crime fighter. Rich man wasting money on my we now they see their faces for crime fighter. Tell me something I don't know why. Rich man go the alakaya. Oh man go the shine. Rich man go the alakaya. Oh man go the shine. They gonna lead us well. Don't let this nation to fall inside well. Mr. President, lead us well. If you be governor, govern us well. If you be senator, senator well. Police well, well, not the take right. Lead us well. Senator well. Lead us well. Police well, well, not the take right. Why you not there? Brother, transportation not there. And our road is not good. We never be cool. Everybody does the Allah. One more day now, we won't survive. Money is ready for work, but that's not the now, we won't survive. We be giant of Africa, but the God is giant again than our death. Like a policeman, you see why. You know that you say, I say that thing, like tell me something, I don't think they're gonna lead us well. No like this nation to call inside well. Mr. President, lead us well. If you be governor, govern us well.
your flag. If you have your flag, raise it up. Wave it. Wave it. Wave it. Like this. Like this. Wave it, wave it, wave it, wave it, wave it, wave it. Have some social distance, please. Hey, yo! Social distance is very important too. Yeah. Yes. We have enough space down there, please. Separate yourself, separate yourself. Move down, please. Move down, slowly. Let go. Let go down.
Mr. Motivation.
Let go down. Put it down.
Let me go down. Let me go down. Hands up! Hands up! Leave the legacy of Black Rob. Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! If you don't have your flag, just raise your feet. Hands up! Hands up! Hands up! Before we just sing on our own solidarity song, I believe we are in a protest. We also, without the DJ, we also need to sing among ourselves. For instance, Solidarity Forever. Mayor, can you come and start with me? And I'd like to announce that we have water, we have capuchon, we have bumper for the children that was donated to us, by the Goodfellows Association of Bremen. Please, a round of applause for them. Ably led by Jude. Thank you so very much, Goodfellow Association. Thank you so much for assisting. Thank you for lending your voice. Thank you for supporting this protest. Thank you so very much. Answers! 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 And injustice! And injustice! And corruption! And corruption! And impunity! And oppression! And repression! And oppression! And nepotism! And nepotism! Answers! 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 And police brutality! Thank you so much.